everyone, it's great to see you guys again. I've been back in the Northwest now for a bit, enjoying some awesome weather, but as we all know, the weather's not going to stay this nice for very long. So I thought I would share with you some of these great exercises that I've done in my own routine over the years that you can actually just do in your house. Some of you may not have a gym membership, or you may do some running outside, but these are some great strength training exercises that you can either do all of them that I show you or just incorporate some of them into your own workout. So the first one we're going to start with is a glute activation exercise. This is really good because a lot of times people don't activate their glutes enough and they end up straining the lower back. So if we can try and strengthen our glutes, it's going to take a lot of stress off the lower back. And it's also a great way just to warm up before doing exercises. So you're going to lie on your back and you're going to put your hands next to your side here, and you're just going to press your heels down into the floor and press your glutes off the ground. And you're going to squeeze your glutes as hard as you can while lifting yourself up, and you're just going to stay here for 60 seconds. And you're going to keep your chin tucked in nicely, and all you want to do is press your heels in and squeeze your glutes. And you just hold it for 60 seconds. And then when you come down, you can take a 10-second break, and then you're going to do it again. And then that's going to make sure that everything's firing nicely before we do our most important exercise, which is the body weight squat. So the squat is a fundamental exercise that is good for your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings, and your entire core. So it's a great all-around exercise, and if you learn how to do it well, it's well worth it. So I'm going to show you guys how to start out. The first thing you want to do when you start a squat is you want to make sure and take a nice comfortable stance. So your feet don't have to be pointed towards the front of the room. They can actually be turned out slightly. And that way it opens up your hips so that you can actually get a little bit lower. So once you're in a comfortable stance, you want to really tighten your core here. So it's as if you can breathe out like you're forcefully breathing through a straw to try and contract that transverse abdominal, your inner core muscle. And once you get that nice and tight, you can put your arms out for balance, and you're gonna start to sit back and push your butt out as much as you can while keeping your chest upright. And you don't have to worry so much about the depth, but you just want to go until you want to make sure that your spine is neutral and upright. So you don't want to go down and do this. You want to make sure that you only go to a depth where your spine is nice and neutral, your chest is upright, and you're just going to go down and press through your heels and back up. And now when you're down in this position, you want to act like you're pushing your knees out. You don't want to clasp the knees in. You want to push them out, and what that's going to do is that's going to give you the strength to press up nice and strong. So practice that, and you can do about 12 to 15 reps, and you can build up from 2 sets to 4 sets. Then one of the next exercises I'm going to show you guys is for the upper body, which is for the tricep, which are dips. And you can use anything in your home, like I'm going to use this chest here, and you can use a chair or anything. You're just going to put your hands off it like this, and you're going to just keep the most of the weight on your heels, and then you're going to just dip down, and then you're going to press yourself back up. And really make sure that your core is tight the entire lift. So you want to go down and press back up. So it's a pretty simple lift, but you want to make sure that you don't just leave your core hanging, so to speak. You want to make sure that it's pulled in nice and tightly, and then go down and back up. Now, the next exercise I'm going to show you is one that is great for your entire core, which means your abdominals and your back, and it's called the bird dog. This is one that I did about every other day when I was preparing for the Olympics, because it is such a good exercise. When you have a strong core, it sets you up just to be strong for a lot of things. So you're going to start on all fours, and then you're going to reach the opposite arm and leg up, and you're going to keep your head in a neutral position, and you're going to reach as long as you can. So you just point your toes and reach long with your fingers, and you're going to hold for a couple seconds, and then you're going to come back down and you're going to switch. So when you do this, you naturally can feel your abdominals working. So you can also close your eyes and make it a little bit harder for the balance. But this is a great all-around exercise for your abdominals and your back. Now the next one is another one that I did for years, which is the side plank. Now this exercise is good for your entire core, and there's two ways of doing it. You can start off doing it on your forearm and lifting yourself off the ground, and you want to make sure that your whole body is nice and square. So you don't want to lean back like this, you just want to be nice and square, and then you can lift your arm into the air like this. And you want to hold, you can start off at just 15 seconds, and you can build up to 60. And as you can tell, I haven't been doing this for a while, so I'm quite shaky. And then when you get stronger at that one, you can actually just do it on your hand like this, and then you're going to lift up into the air. And then that incorporates some more upper body into it. And the last exercise I'm going to show you guys is called the side leg raise. Now a lot of times you guys might run or do some activities where everything is in a forward motion, and a lot of times we don't do enough side to side movement, which means doing any kind of lateral movement like this. And so the hips and the glute medius can get quite weak. So this exercise really provides stability, and what you want to do is lay on your side like this, and you're going to use your underleg here for stability so you can bend it. And then you want to point your toe, and you want to just raise your leg up about 1.5 feet and back down. And you should feel it in your glute medius right here. So if you put your thumb back here, you should be able to feel it. And you want to build up to doing 30 reps. So you can do 2 sets of 30, and then eventually you can do 3 sets of 30. And when you do this, you want to make sure you breathe out on the way up. So it's and then back down and so what that does when you breathe out is it's going to tighten your transverse abdominals to make sure everything is nice and solid. So those are some of the exercises that worked for me, and I hope that you guys can incorporate them into your own workout. So get out your mats and make a little space in your house and have fun. See you guys next time.